You've just entered the lab.
Video game reviews, previews, esports events, anime and cosplay, epic interviews, and features.
We've got it all right here.
Anguilla, Bonaire, Antigua and Barbuda, Bahamas, Barbados, Bermuda, British Virgin Islands, Cayman Islands, Curacao, Dominica, Grenada, Guadeloupe, Jamaica, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Suriname, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos, Haiti, Guyana, French Guiana, Aruba and Martinique.
Do you want the 411 on all things gaming in Jamaica and around the world?
Indies, AAA, VR,
Old and new stuff?
then you've come to the right place.
This is the Lab Video Game TV,
For our game
is never over.
Only on Flow One. Our game is never over.
Coming up next on the Lab Video Game TV, only on Flow One.
The way things are looking, this is going to be no ordinary summer. So let's strike while the iron is hot. The Sage reviews Dead Island 2 by developer Dambuster Studio and publisher Deep Silver. Silver Neko experiments with this infuriating indie called Hellstuck Rage with Your Friends by developer and publisher Terradog Studio. While Empress Now straps on a VR headset and experiments with Vricky by Faviki Studio. And the Sage stopped by GameStation's Smash Brothers esports event in Queens, New York. We also take a look at some of you guys' handiwork in freestyle. Submit your clips to contact@thelabvideogametv.com to be featured as well. And stick around for your chance to grab free games. Striking while this summer iron is hot indeed. I'm Mila, and you've just entered the lab.
Only on Flow One.
June is sizzling as expected. Here's what went down so far and what remains for the month. Check out episode 5 of the Lab Video Game TV on Flow One. We've got reviews, experiments, and giveaways. Thanks to all you amazing gamers from all over who submitted your game clips for freestyle, showing off your epic skills. Keep them coming. Send your clips, video files, not links, to contact@thelabvideogametv.com. And be on the lookout in future episodes for your personal highlights with our stamp of approval. Download the official Flow Sports app to watch us on Flow on the go. So far for June, the Sage reviewed Kremen Mercenary Tales by our friends over at Carbon Studio. Amadi experimented with Dino Mercs by our indie family, Bonus Stage Publishing. I checked out Road 96 Mile Zero by Devs DigixArt and publisher Ravenscourt. The Sage streamed Paranormal Hunter VR by EALO Games. Superfuse by Raw Fury and Stitchheads Games, and Redemption Reapers by AdGlobe and Binary Haze Interactive. While Amadi streamed X Zodiac by Ben Hickling and Pixel Jam Games. The Sage also hosted episode 7 of the Lab Video Game TV Live on Trovo Live. To close the month out, look out for experiments on 2 interactive visual novels. WTC Relentless Protagonist by Priority Interactive Novels and End of Lines by Novabox. And reviews of Afterlife VR by Splitlight Studio, Mindset by Carbon Studio, and a preview of the Tomb Explorer demo by Celeritas Games. A quick bit of news before I go. Our buds over at Bonus Stage Publishing had 3 demos at Steam's Next Fest. Graviators, Billy Bum Bum, and The Riflemen. All 3 of these games will be released in September, and you know which Caribbean video game journalism outlet will be all over them, right? Thanks to Bonus Stage Publishing and all the indie, AA, and AAA publishers and developers from all over the globe who continue to share their games with us. I'm Mila with the June update, and guess what? July promises to be even hotter, because here at the Lab Video Game TV, our game is never over.
This episode of the Lab Video Game TV Live is brought to you by Superior Interior Yacht Cleaners, Bahamas' finest.
This episode of the Lab Video Game TV Live is brought to you by Razi Art. Extraordinary, not ordinary.
This episode of the Lab Video Game TV Live is brought to you by Animos Studios, the developers of Mutated Virus and Bionic Hunter. Available now for MetaQuest and PCVR.
Welcome back to the Lab Video Game TV Live. One more round of Select Live. Now, today, this is a part of a plan, you see? And I'll get back to it in a second, but Today I'll be playing Dirt Rally 2.0 on PCVR version. There's the flat version and there's the VR version. And guess which version I'm more interested in. Yeah, everything is better in VR. So yeah, today I'll be running through some Dirt Rally 2.0 released on the 26th of February 2019 by developer and publisher Codemasters. So this is on, like I said, flat version PC, VR version PCVR. It's also on the PS4 and the Xbox One. Obviously there's no VR version on the Xbox One, and come to think of it, I'm not certain that the 2.0 version on the PS4 actually has a VR version. Not sure, do not quote me on that. But here's the thing, I also have it on PS4, but what I have is Dirt Rally on the PS4. I don't recall it saying 2.0, it's just Dirt Rally. And this is 2.0, so this is the version I'm going to be running through today on PC VR. The plan I was talking about earlier. As most of us in the PC world know by now, it's time for the Steam Summer Sale. And it goes on till about June the 13th, and it's in full swing right now. So my intentions is to run through a bunch of games that I got on that sale. So, first up on the chopping block is Dirt Rally 2.0. But there are others. There's Star Wars Squadron. There's Left 4 Dead 2, but the VR mod. I'm having a little bit of problems with that one. Yeah, can't seem to get the VR mod to work, but I am working on it, and the second I get it up and running, yeah, you guys will be the second to know. As for Star Wars Squadron, it's a game I've had on PS4 for a very long time. PSVR version, never played it. However, I wanted it on PC. The best place to have it. The reason why I didn't kick off this Steam Summer Sale stream with Star Wars Squadron, however, is because I gave it a shot. I played it with an Xbox controller, and that's not the way to go. Not the way to go at all. And no, mouse and keyboard, obviously, in VR is not the way to go either. So I have ordered myself a flight stick, and it should be here sometime later this month. So I may stream that after the sale is over, but however, I'm gonna stream it, but the flight stick is most definitely the way to play that game. I tried it with the controller and I just can't get into it. And I can imagine, I've never used a flight controller before, but a flight controller, is highly revered for a reason. And yeah, it's gonna be different. And there are games like World War, what's it called? It slips me. I think it's Warfighters. Yeah. I played the original Warfighters on World War I fighters. It's Warplanes. Warplanes. Yes. Warfighters. I'm thinking about Medal of Honor back in the 360 days. Anyway, Warplanes. I played the original, I streamed it, and it's cool. I love it a lot. I want to play Battle over Pacific, and I think that flight stick is going to make it a completely different experience, because here's the thing. I played the original Warplanes, and I was able to use the Quest 2's motion controllers, the VR controllers, and it was cool. But on Star Wars Squadron, I can't enable my motion controllers, my VR controllers. So the only thing I can play it with is a control pad. So even with playing with the Quest controllers, it feels better because you have to do the virtual movements of an actual flight stick, and that is cool. But on a control pad, no. So that's what I'm up against. And as soon as I get that flight stick, I may just grab Battle over Pacific, Warplanes, yeah, and give it a shot there. Anyway, before I get started with Dirt Rally, however, quick update as per usual. The Lab Video Game TV on Flow On episode 5 is out now. You guys can check it out. Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and Sundays at 6 p.m. only on Flow 1, 25 countries across the Caribbean. Be on the lookout for episode 6. in hot pursuit. Yeah. For those of us who don't, have a lot of time to watch TV anymore, to get home at a certain time so we can watch TV, and I know these cable things allow you to rewind and stuff like that. I mean, on the tail end of my cable subscription, which was a long time ago, I remember you could do that, but it was a little, it's too little too late at the time. I don't have cable television. I don't watch cable TV. So if you're like me and you want to watch us anyway, there's the Flow Sports app. Watch us on Flow on the go. Download the Flow Sports app for iOS and Android so you can, keep abreast of what's going on. The television show, the Lab Video Game TV, only on Flow One. Special thanks to all the gamers out there who have been submitting their clips for freestyle. I definitely do appreciate that engagement from the viewers. All the clips that are of a certain quality, because I got a couple low-res stuff as well. I'll do my best with those, but can't promise I'll be playing those. Just keep them entertaining, short, sweet, and of decent enough quality. Let's try not to drop below 720. And yeah, you'll be a part of the movement. Yes, you'll be entered into the Hall of Fame with the Lab Video Game TV stamp of approval. If you want to contact the Lab Video Game TV to submit your freestyle clip or whatever else, you want to become a sponsor, you want the Lab Video Game TV at your event, whatever it is, you can contact us at contact@thelabvideogametv.com. You can check out the website at thelabvideogametv.com, and you can also contact us through the website as well. Yeah, many ways of contacting the Lab Video Game TV. You can even use the old email address if you like, the Gmail, but I'm focusing more on the actual business email address right now. Yes, you guys can also look out for upcoming reviews. Mindset, I'm almost done with that one by my friends over at Carbon Studio. It's quite an interesting puzzler, hand tracking only. It's not perfect, and I don't blame that entirely on Carbon Studio because the technology isn't where we need it to be right now for hand tracking, but it's quite interesting. It feels good, and I'm enjoying it, and the more I play it, is the better it gets. So yes, my review of Mindset by Carbon Studio will be coming out really soon, and those backlog reviews I keep talking about, Propagation Paradise Hotel and Take Care VR and Project Nightlight, they're all coming, guaranteed. Trust and believe. I just need to start balancing, I just need to get my time management thing under control, where I know, fine, I'll be doing this amount of streams, and if you noticed, I've been doing less streams. This amount of streams, this amount of reviews, and of course the other stuff that goes on in my life that is outside of a video game journalism. Also look out for my preview of the Tomb Explorer demo for all you Indiana Jones, Lara Croft fans who are into stuff like that. Tomb exploring. Yeah. Tomb Explorer demo looks interesting, and there's an experiment coming out with Mila for Amnesia the Bunker, another really creepy one. I haven't delved too deep into the Amnesia franchise, but so far so good. What I've seen looks pretty good, and yeah, so Mila will be checking that one out. Of course, you can look out for the July update video, which will be a more comprehensive pool of information for what's coming up for this month of July 2023. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this one a little bit shorter than usual and get straight into it. It's Dirt Rally 2.0, released on the 26th of February 2019 by Codemasters. This one was not provided to me by developers or publishers. I grabbed this one on the Steam summer sale, and I'll be going through some other games that I grabbed on this summer sale because Steam is the place to be. You have Xbox Live, you have PSN, you have the Nintendo Network, the eShop, whatever it's called. I promise you, Steam trumps them all. So yeah, first up on the chopping block, Dirt Rally 2.0. Let's do it like there ain't nothing to it. Okay. Now I ain't the greatest driver by any stretch of the imagination. But, I should be able to help myself, years of experience better count for something today. Let me see if I can center up my camera. Yeah, nice and centered. Good. Dirt Rally 2.0, guys. Garage staff events. So, I am no great racing gamer. And, back in the day when I used to play games like, Sega Rally Championship and Sega GT and on the Dreamcast and stuff like that, Sega Rally 2. Yeah, my driving skills were pretty good. Even Test Drive 6 and whatnot. Yeah, I used to play a lot of driving games on the Dreamcast. I was pretty good then, but I'm not that great now. Fighting games, driving games, certain genres I kind of took a really long and extended hiatus from. But let's see how rusty I'll be today. Events. I took this for a test run before, just to see if I still had any skills to speak of. The results of those tests were they're inconclusive. Yeah, so let me see if I can start. Okay, this is already in progress, to be quite honest with you. I would like to see if there is a way to start it from scratch. But if not, it's no big deal because a racing campaign isn't exactly the same as, let's say, some kind of story-rich campaign. So, even if I have to start somewhere in the middle, I will work with that. Career Rally. Boom. New England, USA. Beaver Creek Trail Forward. Okay, so because I'm continuing the campaign here, I've never been on this particular course before, but let's see what happens, if you see me crashing and shit like that, forgive me. Like I said, I'm as rusty as an old nail. But some of these things are like riding a bike, You hop right back on it and it's like you never left. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. But you know what I mean. Couple of races in and I should be back up to par. And these rally races, they tend to go on for a bit, so who knows? Maybe after 2 races. Because I'm not going to run this for more than, let's say, an hour or so, as per usual with my streams. But let's see, Let's see how much we can get in an hour or so. Again, guys, be on the lookout for the Lab Video Game TV episode 5, now playing on Flow 1, with episode 6 in close proximity. Yeah. Can't watch us on TV? Download the official Flow Sports app. So you can watch us on Flow on the go. For my Caribbean family, the Flow Sports app or Flow 1 itself does not show outside of the Caribbean. For obvious reasons. They have licensing agreements and so forth with WWE and Dr. Phil and Survivor Island and whatnot. So, yeah, they have to, honor these contractual arrangements and agreements. So, yeah, you can only watch it in the Caribbean, but that's 25 countries across the Caribbean, so that covers almost everywhere. I never really stopped to check to see how many countries are really in the Caribbean, to be perfectly honest with you. But 25 is a lot. 25 is a lot. Okay, this is taking a little bit long to load Beaver Creek, but let's see if it's going to be worth the wait when it finally gets started. Surface type, medium gravel, heavy gravel. Okay, so I guess some of it is going to be medium and some of it is going to be heavy. We'll deal with it, regardless.
Start 6 left, opens over crest, it is 6 right, long.
Oh shit, I should have fixed my car, look at it. It's all banged up and shit. Oh, I should have fixed my car. This old retro Lancer. Let's get this party started, eh? Hey, Navigator, what's up? Yeah. Oh shit, I really should have fixed my car, but I think I left it on auto. But whatever. You ready to do this, buddy? You look pretty ready. And I'm ready. So let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 6 left. Opens the crest. Into 6 right long of a crest.
Easy.
Into 6 left.
Like I said, I ain't the greatest at these driving games, so I won't be, drifting around all of these corners. I'm going to be real easy. I'd like to make it in one piece.
4 left.
And when I get silent, apologies for that, but this is a rally racer, so I need to listen to what this guy here is saying.
3 left.
And I can't talk to you guys and listen to him at the same time.
Into 2 right. Very long. Last junction. Opens 30. Right.
Damn!
Third.
The
Out. 4 left of a crest.
I'm going to call this one the warm-up, because I ain't doing too well. And to be perfectly honest with you, my
50.
experience is a little bit laggy.
Crest narrow.
And that ain't good for a driving game.
30. Keep middle of a crest. 50. 5 left.
I need to check if I can get a female navigator. I much prefer to hear a female speaking than this dude.
6 right.
I mean, you got a nice accent and whatnot, but females all the way in everything I do.
6 right.
My driver is actually a female.
Keep right into 4 left. 150.
Memory serves me correctly, my driver that I chose is a female of African descent. You can also change the camera angle up to see from a different perspective. However,
4 right. Into slow. 6 left 30. Turn unseen.
while I did play Race the Future in third person, as it was better that way, playing a VR racing game in the cockpit view is the best thing. And Race to the Future didn't have a cockpit view. Oh.
Unseen. Square left.
You need to be listening to this guy and stop talking. But yeah, cockpit view is the way to go if you're playing in VR.
60. Turn 1 left. Opens 3 long. 7 turn 2 right. 80. Turn 1 right long or a double junction.
Yeah, I do like me a good racing game. And as old as this one is, released in 2019, it's still pretty good. Especially since it is in VR.
Into 6 left long. Tightens. Turn hairpin left. Opens.
Get that handbrake, boy. Get that handbrake.
6 left. And turn 4 right. 40.
Nothing like a good rally racer.
6 right to a crest, slow 50, turn very tight hairpin left.
Nothing like it, man. I've been in love with rally racers since Sega Rally Championship. I never played part 1 on the Saturn, but I played part 2 on the Dreamcast. Oh, Jesus Christ!
90.
Oh, shit, I fucked up. I fucked up, guys. I fucked up. I need to stop talking and just focus on the road. That was embarrassing. But I'll get over it, you know? Things are only as embarrassing as you allow them to be, you know?
4 left long, tightens.
Don't allow about 5 seconds or 5 minutes to ruin the rest of your day kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? Brush yourself off and move on.
Flat left of a crest, last junction, 200. Slow, turn unseen, 1 right.
Jesus! Oh, I swear to God, guys, I thought that was a turn and I just got fucking discombobulated, you know what I'm saying? That sucked.
Into 5 left long, opens,
I got this one though. Jesus!
left, 50.
Rough. This is a sticky one, guys. Sticky one. Wouldn't want to be my co-pilot or navigator, would you? Hope you got your seatbelt on, buddy. Damn. That was terrible. No jump for me. I'm going to take it easy over there. I'm going to be driving like I'm driving Miss Daisy. I know, come to think of it, driving Miss Daisy is a thing that, you know,
Into 6 left long.
yeah, it was a popular movie and shit, but I don't think us Africans should be quoting shit like that, you know, driving Miss Daisy. Fuck Miss Daisy. Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of that movie and I'm not too fond of it.
80.
That's just some more slavery shit right there. Driving Miss Daisy. Fuck Miss Daisy.
Turn unseen narrow 4 left of a crest jump. Opens long. Six left.
Jesus! Jesus!
Into cut 5 right.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh. Yeah, this is not my finest hour, but hey, you know, there was a time when I would think about streaming, and I'm not the kind of guy who, you know, particularly needs to show
To keep left of a crest.
my failures
Keep middle of a crest.
to the world.
6 left long.
I don't really see the point of it.
100.
So getting into streaming, I used to think about it. You know, streaming is live. You know, even pre-recorded streams, it's gonna be live as long as you didn't edit it. So all your mistakes and shit are gonna be there. And I used to think to myself, who the fuck would want to watch that shit? But hey, you know, it's a slice of real life, I guess, you know? Slice of real life.
Keep left of a crest jump. 50. Slow 5 right.
You know, a lot of those guys, it's like those guys who are sending me their sizzle reels for freestyle of them doing a great job in Call of Duty or Free Fire or whatever it is they're playing. And when you watch these reels, you think these guys are gods. Getting all the headshots and getting all the one shot, one kill and all these things. You think that these guys are perfect, especially the way they describe themselves. Shit. Oh. But in reality,
Turn very tight hairpin left.
you know, that's the edit that they sent to me. In reality, I remember, it's time for a story. Since my driving is so shitty, I'll go into story time. I was once a part of this group. They call themselves a CPC. They call themselves something like the Jamaica Esports Initiative or some shit like that. No. But they're a part of CPC. And so there were these esports competitions going on. And there was this one esports team. This guy would talk a lot of shit, how he was the greatest and this and that, and nobody can beat his team and yada, yada, yada. And I even offered to sponsor this guy's team, and this guy had some fucking demands, you know. At the time, Xbox One was the hot console. He needed like 5 Xbox One consoles in order for him to, for his team to practice, and these fucking demands, like he was a fucking star. You know, I won't call any names, but you know, if by some chance he's watching, motherfucker, I'm talking about you. And so a lot of these young cats are the hottest shit and yada, yada, yada. And so I was at one of these tournaments, you know, I was covering this tournament, documenting this tournament, and, you know, his team was doing fairly well. And then he met upon this this team of guys. One of the guys who was the captain of the team, I think his name is Brandon or something, another arrogant little motherfucker. But that team, oh Jesus Christ, as good as I thought this cocky little fuck was, that team wiped the floor with him. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, when these guys are sending these sizzle reels for freestyle, I appreciate them and they look good. But it goes back to my point. You know, I'm driving really shitty right now, but if I were to edit this clip up and put 30 seconds online, you'd think I was the greatest thing on Dirt Rally 2.0 because of that edit. But edits are like movies, you know. Back when I just started off as a motion picture producer, somebody said it to me that motion picture production is the art of deception. And that's what it is. You know, you edit shit and you put filters and shit, and, you know, some females who've sat before my cameras in the past, you know, they didn't look anything like they looked on my motherfucking camera, I can tell you that much. Not all of them. Some of them are genuinely beautiful, but, you know, the magic of television and video production and video editing, Jesus. So it goes back to what I'm saying, you know, doing these live streams, it shows that we ain't as perfect as we pretend to be. I once saw this amazing quote on a shirt once, and it said, I hope that one day your life is as beautiful and as perfect as you make it look on Facebook. Yeah. I try to warn my kids about social media, not try to live up to the social media standards and expectations, because they're not real. These fake ladies on social media pretending to be perfect, and these self-help gurus pretending to be smart. Lots of pretending going on social media. May your life be as fabulous as it looks on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Yeah. Anyway, I am driving like a complete fucking amateur, but hey, I trust you guys didn't come here for the stellar gameplay. Even though I've been in this game for a long time, I've been playing video games longer than a lot of you cats watching been alive. I never claimed to be any master at video games. That was never my goal in life, to be a master at video games. Not my thing. Ain't trying to get no trophies, ain't trying to get no records, ain't trying to get no medals, ain't trying to win any competitions. Nah, that ain't me. I ain't the best at fighting games, first-person shooters, and as you can see, driving games. No, I just love to observe and learn and give my critique and review, give my advice to who wants to listen. But nah, I am no game master. Don't want to be. Don't want to be. I first heard that if you do something for 10,000 hours or more, you are a master. And then I heard something in a movie last night where he said you do something for 1,000,000 hours, that's how you become a master. Now, in order for me to do something for 1,000,000 hours, there's no fucking way I'm going to spend 1,000,000 hours playing video games. Fuck that shit. I love video games, but not that much. I got more important things to do.
To keep middle of a long crest and jump.
More practical things to do with my life than to spend 1,000,000 hours playing video games. If I'm going to spend 1,000,000 hours doing something, I had better be able to monetize it and monetize it well. It had best be a practical and a skill that can be sold. Something that has market value. You know, I'm not saying esports players don't get lots of funds, but how many esports players get those funds? You know, we're going to be talking about the cats who won like $1 million playing Fortnite, but how many of you watching have actually won $10,000 US from playing video games? As little as $10,000, much less $1 million. So yeah. Whoa! Oh, hey, guys, don't let me kill you. Don't let me kill you. I'm a terrible fucking driver. Do not let me run you over. Yeah, I ain't gonna be doing that. Video game journalism is okay. I'll do that. It's basically a passion thing of mine. Sometimes it pays, sometimes it doesn't. It ain't my bread and butter. And I'll do that, you know? But the investment I'd have to put into gaming to be like one of these pros who, you know, never miss a headshot and all that shit. Nope. Not me. Ain't gonna be that guy. But props to who did that, you know what I'm saying? You know, to each his own. That just ain't for me. Damn, these laps last long. Well, I wouldn't say a lap. It's more like a course, a track.
Opens 150.
Stay on track. Ah, what are we doing now?
Opens 150.
Not my finest hour at all. But it is what it is. I said I was gonna stream games I got on the Steam sale, and even if I'm not great at them, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Into 6 left long. To stop.
Looks like we're stopped by Marshall. Okay. I've had better days. But hey, I made it in one piece, right? Hey, Marshall, what's up? Yeah.
That stage was tough, but it felt fast.
12 minutes. Damn. Whoa, that took forever. Yeah, guys, so for who may be just joining this stream, I am playing some Dirt Rally 2.0, the PCVR version. Grab this one in the Steam Summer Sale. I'll be streaming several titles that I picked up in the Steam Summer Sale. I've got Star Wars Squadrons coming up next. But yeah, as you can see, for those who've been watching from earlier, I'm not too good at this, but it's all about the fun that I'll be having. 12 minutes in one track. God damn it. Real pros, they run through this like in under 5 minutes, I can bet. But it's one of those things, guys. I haven't been playing racing games for quite some time. Event finished. Okay. And the car is really banged up. 28th place. Oh my Lord, at least somebody came in 29. It is what it is. It is what it is. Maybe when I was younger that would have bothered me, but hey, you know, what can I say? Engine tuning, research, complete. What does that mean? Okay, so championship recap. Oh, 28th place. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. Okay, continue. I would say, yeah. Repairs. Ooh, why? Recommended repairs. What you guys Confirm repairs. Boom. Confirm. Total cost free. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why that's free because that car was pretty banged up. But hey, if you guys say it's free, it's free. I will not complain. No tuning required. Lots of this stuff, guys, I'm not even sure what's going on. I see some kind of skill tree going on there. And that is great. But okay, how much money do I have? Got $35,000. That is unlocked tuning, brakes durability, suspension durability. I think I'm gonna get everything. Purchase upgrade. Can I get a hell yeah? Good. And brakes durability. That's why I got 20. Good. And suspension durability. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. All right, let me just adjust my headset a bit. Yeah. And yeah, let's do this. Up next, 4 stages. Boom. Repairs are good. Just checking. Start event. Could I change my ride? No. That's okay. I'm cool with what I got. You know, back in the days when I was younger and I used to play racing games, I would, if I didn't come in first, I'd be quite disappointed, quite distraught. Keep restarting the Subiba por Carretera, Spain. Apologies if any Spanish-speaking, any Latinas are watching and I butchered that. English is not just my primary language, but my only language. You know, I've been all around the world, but I never actually spent enough time anywhere to grab any new languages. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that a second or third language would be great to learn, but hey, it's one of them things. I remember when I went to Brazil, nobody in Brazil even wanted to speak English. It was the first country I've ever been to that they didn't even want to speak English. Like, they didn't like English. Like, you go to some places and yeah, lots of English-speaking people. Costa Rica, Europe, all kinds of places I've been. You'll find English-speaking persons, but in Brazil, damn, it was hard to find an English-speaking person. Met this fine Brazilian young lady, and I had to be communicating with her using a fucking translator app. It was worth it, though. I most definitely promise you. Oh, god damn, she was worth it. Anyway, back on topic. If you're just joining the stream, I'm playing Dirt Rally 2.0 PCVR version. There's a flat version as well. It's on PS4, Xbox One, and the PC flat version as well. So, what we got here? We can skip that, get straight to the race. Let's see if I can do better than I did the first time, because that first one was rough. That's the only car I got, right? Yeah, I don't need to do anything but to get started. I don't really mind these retro cars either because, hey, you know, I've lived a life of driving a lot of old, beat-up cars. You know what I'm saying? So, the car I learned to drive off was a 1975 VW Bug. VW Beetle, 1975. Damn. I remember there was a time driving that car where you could look down on the floor and you'd see the road. It was that bad. So yeah, beat-up vehicles are nothing new to me. I forgot I wanted to change you to a female. Maybe some other time. Let's do it. Like, there ain't nothing to it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
A rainy day in Spain. Let's try not to slip.
5 left, into 4 right.
I jumped the start. My apologies. Forgive my enthusiasm. But hey, enthusiasm is a very high vibration, you know? Very high vibration. So maybe I shouldn't even apologize. God, I love this game. I love this game. As much as I suck at it, I love this fucking game. As you guys can see though, you know, this is more of a simulation kind of feel as opposed to an arcadey thing like certain Forza games. I know there's Forza Horizon, I think that's the arcadey version. And the other Forza's Motorsports, which I think is more simulation. I think dirt games, much like I think Colin McRae Rally, are more simulation heavy than arcadey. And I may be wrong, you know what I'm saying? Maybe there's somebody out there who's a pro at this who's gonna tell me that no, it's the opposite, but it feels like it doesn't feel arcadey at all. If it was arcadey, like let's say a test drive game, then I'd be wiping the floor with this, you know, like Need for Speed games. It's easier to blaze through a Need for Speed game without even crashing because of that arcade feel. I love arcade racers though, don't get me wrong. But I also love the simulation feel as well. How many of you guys watching right now can drive a stick shift car? You know, like back in the 90s, in the 80s, you ask a question like that and it would be absurd. You know, you're like, are you stupid? What the hell are you asking me? Everybody can drive a stick shift car in the 80s and the 90s. But in this new era, oh my good Lord, smartphones, smart cars, smart watches, smart fridges. But smart people. Now we don't got too many of those anymore. Everything has to be easy. So that's why I asked the question. How many of you folks watching right now can actually drive a standard transmission vehicle? Some people don't even believe that standard transmission vehicles are still being made. That's how absurd the idea is of driving a standard vehicle. I love standard transmission though. And it ain't a dick swinging thing either. It's not like, you know, oh, he's a man, he's got something to prove. No, it just feels good to be able to select your gears. Use that compression however you want, whenever you want. You know, kick off that hill start however you want, whenever you want. I love standard transmission. I miss standard transmission. My last two vehicles I had were standard. I had a Freelander or Land Rover Freelander that was stick shift. I enjoyed that. And I had a Daihatsu Accent, I think it was. I don't remember. Charade? I don't know. One of those. It was an Accent, Daihatsu Accent, and it was stick shift. It was a jalopy, but, you know, taking it out on those country roads, stick shift, that was sweet. Love me some standard transmission. Lots of you young folks out here now don't know shit about standard transmission. I believe that you're not really a good driver unless you can drive stick. Yeah, I know that's a ballsy thing to say, and it's gonna piss a lot of people off because everybody who has a driver's license thinks they're a good driver. As a matter of fact, motherfuckers who don't even have a driver's license. Hey, you have a driver's license? No, I don't, but I can drive. That's some of the lamest, dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. Everybody's a driver. I ain't got a driver's license, but I can drive. Then why the fuck don't you have a driver's license? I just didn't get around to it. Motherfucker, fuck you. If you don't have a driver's license, you can't drive. You can think about driving, but you can't really drive, and that's why you don't have one. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are persons out there who really don't have a driver's license and they can't drive. I don't say they don't exist, but it's something I heard a lot growing up. And long after I grew up, you know, cats don't have a driver's license, but, you know, ego, you know, it gets to their ego for them to admit they don't have a driver's license, so they have to throw in this little bit. Yeah, but I can drive. Fuck you, nigga, you can't drive. If you can drive, you would be driving. But yeah, stick is the way to go. I love this game. And I love this track. It's not dirt. It's not in the sticks. I can see some houses, some rustic old houses, you know. I don't know what. Well, I was about to say I do not know what part of Spain this is, but they did say what part of Spain it is. I forgot. And if it was somewhere that I've been to before, maybe I'd remember, you know, like if I was driving in Brazil and they said Sao Paulo, I'd remember that, you know, because I've been there, you know. Limon, Costa Rica, I've been there. The Big Island, Hawaii, you know, I can remember that shit, but I've never been to Spain. I almost got to Spain. I was doing a tour. I was documenting a tour for the reggae quartet, TOK. And we were touring, boom, shakalaka. We were touring Europe. Went to Sweden, went to all kinds of places, Germany and shit, but it got cut short and I didn't make it to Spain. I really wanted to see Spain though. Not a bad run this time. Guys, this was not a bad run. This was not a bad run at all. I mean, I'm still in 29th. I was in 28th at first, but I didn't crash, right? I didn't get off course. It wasn't all wonky and janky like the last time. So yeah, I feel a little bit better now. I like that track. I would view hey, you know what? I want to see my motherfucking replay. I want to see that replay real quick, guys. It's not in VR, but I want to see this replay. I'm not going to play the entire thing, guys. I'm not going to play the entire thing, but that's one thing about racing games that I love. I love watching me the replay. And because this run wasn't that embarrassing, yeah, I'll check this one out. Not all of it, but this was one of my favorite things back in the days when I was playing on the Dreamcast and whatnot. To sit back and watch a good replay, especially when I got first. I love me a good replay. That was one of the things about Rise Race the Future. There were no replays like this. I love to see this shit. Come on, man. This is beautiful. I love to see me a good replay. Just give me like 30 seconds more, guys, and I'll get back into it. But this was a good run. The replay actually makes me look better than when I was actually driving. I like it. I like it. Boom. So yeah, for those of us who may be just joining the stream, I'm playing some Dirt Rally 2.0. This is an old one, released back in 2019 by Codemasters. There's a... Damn, I was trying to pronounce that. Released on PCVR and it's on PS4 and Xbox One, and there's a flat version and a VR version. Obviously, there's no VR version on the Xbox One. I do not know why Microsoft has turned a blind eye to VR, but hey, I don't give a shit. I'm no console zealot or no specific zealot for any platform. I'm all around, you know what I'm saying? So wherever it is, I'll be there. Whatever console it comes out on, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to deal with it, you know? Yeah. But today I'm playing the PCVR version. And I'm having a good time with it. Oh, there it is. Ribadeles, Spain. Comienzo de Belriu. It really is a shame for somebody who has traveled so much and been around so many people, various backgrounds, ethnicities. I can't speak a lick of anything else, any other language, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is.
Starts 6 right 100, 3 left 150.
Good luck. I didn't, fuck luck. I didn't have to do any repairs because I didn't bang the car up like I did the last time. Brother, you ready? And you're doing a good job, but I am going to fire you though, because I need a female sitting beside me. You know, it's a thing with me, you know. It's like, you know, driving,
3, 2, 1.
even just driving, you know what I'm saying? Real driving. If I'm driving and there's one male and one female, brother, do not put the female in the back seat. It's something I do not like to see, where there are two brothers up front and the female in the back. And other than seeing it, it's something I hate to experience. I don't want to be driving and the female is in the back and the male is in the front. Other than the fact that I do not particularly want to be sitting beside a guy, if there's a female, bring that female energy closer to me, man. I don't give a shit. It could be a lady. It could be my daughter. It could be your mom. I don't give a shit. It's not a sexual thing. I would much prefer to have a lady sitting beside me while I'm driving. So you, sir navigator, other than the fact that I'd much prefer to hear a female's voice, I also prefer to have that female energy beside me, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just virtual, you know, it's not real. But real or not, I don't give a shit. That's just where my mind is at, you know what I'm saying? And when playing video games, we know they aren't real, but you know, immersion is still key. These narrow roads reminds me of when I'm going up Blue Mountains. These houses so close to the road and narrow roads, yeah. That looks like it should be a one-way. That's what these roads look like. But yeah, female energy all the way. Female energy all the way. I don't care if it's just a video game. It's like when I was playing that game called House Party. House Party, an interesting game. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed reviewing it. I think it's funny as shit and it should not be taken seriously. However, there were certain things I wasn't going to do in that game. That game has got a lot of gay stuff in that game, you know? A lot of that gay shit is in the game. And, you know, to each his own, but I ain't about that life. So there are certain things like you could have sex with a man as a man in House Party. I wasn't about that. And separate from the gay thing, I think you could choose your character as being a female at the start. I wasn't going to pick a female character because if I picked a female character, a lot of the sex that I'd have to have in that game would have to be with guys. So even if I'm a female character, I ain't doing that shit. Fuck it. I don't give a shit how I sound. I don't care who I'm offending, which I shouldn't offend anybody because I ain't exactly sitting here singing boom bye bye. I'm simply saying what I'm about. I don't care how I sound. Hey, I'm old school. I was born in the motherfucking 70s. You know what I'm saying? Anybody from the 70s watching, you know, give it a shout out. I'm an old school brother from the 70s. And yeah, I know the gay movement has been about long before that. But I'm saying in the 70s and the 80s, it was different. You know? And I'm old school, so I'm not trying to offend anybody. But the same way a gay person can say, hey, you know, I'm not into chicks. And it's okay. Nobody's going to bash him for saying that. Well, he may get bashed by homophobes, but my point is, it's okay for a gay person to get up and say, hey, I'm not into chicks. So it should be okay for a straight brother like myself to say I'm not into dicks. So yeah, not even in a video game. That's all I'm saying. If I lost a couple of followers, look, bunch of subs for saying that, then hey, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Sorry to see you go, but I'll live. I'll sleep okay tonight. I won't lose any sleep over that. Ain't trying to offend anybody. I'm just saying that's what I'm about. End of rant. Back to the game. For those of us who may be just joining the stream, I am running some Dirt Rally 2.0 PCVR version. And while I should be listening to my navigator instead of talking and talking and talking, I've got this way of looking at streams. And maybe again it's just my old school shit. But I never usually liked watching people play video games, never really got the appeal. But I'm thinking if I'm gonna watch you play a video game, motherfucker, you had better entertain me. Find some way of entertaining me, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have some charisma. You gotta have some personality. Even if it ain't charismatic, you know, like guys like Splattercat and CJU Games. Those guys are charismatic and they got personality, and that's why I'll watch them. I'm cool watching those guys. But if you're gonna just sit there and all I'm gonna be hearing is the game, then shit, motherfucker, I'll just go buy that game if I want to just hear the game audio and play it myself. So yeah, I'll talk up a storm while I'm streaming. If it's your thing, then you'll stick around, you'll come back. If it's not your thing, then I'll know, I'll be able to tell by your absence. But either way, you know, I ain't gonna just sit here quietly while I'm doing this. I don't see the point. I believe in that human interaction, you know? I get it. We're in the Skynet era where AI is taking over. But like I said a million times, I'm old school. That human element, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The human element. And because I'm not going very fast and I'm not on a dirt road, if you notice, I'm not crashing as much as I did in the first track I did. It's easier to race on these roads. And I have better visibility, even though it's raining or was raining. I don't need to listen to my navigator that much anymore. Maybe after I fire this dude and hire a female, yeah, your time is limited, bro. Then I'll listen to her more, but for now, yeah. I'll listen, I'll be talking up a storm. Mind you, any of you guys watching would prefer to for me to talk less. I'm open to suggestions. Yeah. That's why the Lab Video Game TV has an email address, a contact business address. It's not just for potential sponsors or people who may want the Lab Video Game TV at their events. But if you got a shout out, if you got a suggestion, a question, you can ask. And if your suggestion is that I should talk less, I can do that too. I'm open to that. Right now, because the channel, the movement is in a very small stage where I ain't got a lot of followers, I ain't got a lot of subscribers. You know, I've got like shit. I got less than 5,000 followers on TikTok. Shit, like 4,000 and change. I ain't got a lot of subscribers or followers, so I'm still in a small stage where I'm open to suggestions. So if you guys got suggestions, you can spit them my way. I'm not going to take all the advice, mind you, because I also believe there's a thing about advice that I believe in, that the only persons who should advise me are persons in a position that I'd like to be in. Not just a better position than me to say, well, hey, I got money, so take my advice, because we live in this culture where if somebody's wealthy, that means they're right. And you got cats out there. I think I heard it about Floyd Mayweather and R. Kelly. Those guys may be wealthy, but they ain't the smartest or sharpest tools in the shed, you know? Some of those guys are fucking illiterate. But, you know, we got this culture where if you're rich, you're right. Nah, fuck that shit. So if you're in a position that I want to be in, then you can advise me. If you're reaching somewhere that I am headed to, and you're there, then I'll take your advice. I'll take your opinion. But if you're some fucking failure, some loser who ain't making it because you're one of those cats who prefer to sleep than to work, who prefer to party than to create, then I ain't gonna take your advice, and you can take your opinion and go fuck yourself with it. But yeah, constructive criticism, useful suggestions, I'm open to that. I'm totally open to that. Because I'm all about learning and evolution. You know, one of my viewers once said it to me, you know. So it's not like I'm just pulling this out of my ass, you know, and just doing it blindly. And it's not just one of my viewers, but I remember one in particular said to me that they listen to my streams. Brother said he listens to my streams. And he loves listening to my streams. He might just leave it playing in the background and just keep listening to it while he works and shit. While he works. And I thought that was interesting. Yeah, I'd like for you to watch it, but it kind of harkens back to what I've been saying about streaming. You can find a million other videos online with cats playing Dirt 2.0. Guys playing Lord of the Rings Gollum. Guys playing Saints Row and all the other games that I've been streaming. You can find that somewhere else online, so watching me play the game can't be that big of a deal. It goes back to the personality. Having a personality. Having a personality is key. So yeah, this cat says, you know, I love to listen to your streams, and that's what I do. I think he commented on one of my Warhammer streams and said, you know what? I usually listen to your streams, but I'm going to have to watch this one because this game is my jam. And I appreciated that. I appreciated that. That I'm not just here talking to myself. Yeah, I may not have a lot of viewers, but hey, every view counts, especially when you're small. When your channel is as small as mine. So if who's watching likes what they're watching, then that's a win. That's a win for me. Oh, I'm definitely doing that driving mistakes and shit though, aren't I? Look, I prefer to drive like this than to crash. And it's like, people will be playing games like Call of Duty, and they'll be cussing. And there's this word called campers. And they'll be like, shit, I hate campers. You fucking camper. You camper, and you camping. And you're a bitch because you camping. Motherfucker, if you're in war, I'm not talking about this play war bullshit. Some of you motherfuckers never even held a gun in your motherfucking life. Never fired a gun in your life. You bitches acting tough. You e-thugs acting tough on Call of Duty. You're a camper. So my question to you is, motherfucker, if you're in war, or even a gunfight, a shootout, on the streets, in a back alley somewhere, what would you do? Run out, guns blazing like an idiot, or would you fucking camp and wait for the opportune time to get some fucking shots in, to take your opponent out? Would you camp, or would you just run in guns blazing? No, you'd camp. So camping is a great fucking strategy. And if a camper is killing you in a game, hey, don't hate and don't be upset that you've been killed by a camper. Find a way to uncamp him. Same thing goes for these racing games, I ain't gonna be taking these fucking corners at 50 miles an hour. I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't do it in real life. I ain't gonna do it here. And if I did it here, I'd crash because I ain't no fucking pro driver in real life. I don't know if pro drivers actually take corners at 50 miles an hour. Who knows? Maybe they do. But I'm not a pro gamer either. I'm not a pro at this, so shit. Racist ass terminology, driving Miss Daisy, is what I'll be doing all day. Again, fuck you, Miss Daisy. Fuck you. But yeah, I'm gonna have to be driving easy around these wet roads, especially since this is a simulation, not some test drive, Need for Speed arcade shit, where you can actually take a corner at 50 miles an hour without crashing. It's like when I was playing this indie game called Art of Rally. Really good game, by the way, guys. Really good game. Isometric and whatnot. And if you're an old school gamer like myself, who is into stuff like, who like games like RC Pro-Am, yeah, Art of Rally is really good. Simulation all the way. People say it's simulation and arcade-like, but it felt really simulation-like to me. I had to be crawling around them corners. I just ain't good enough at these games to be driving any faster than this, guys. I'm not. And maybe that's why I'm driving so slow now. Because I just don't want to crash. Whoa, easy now, easy now. And to be quite honest with you, when I watch the replays, I'm really not driving that slow. And if you look at my speedometer, you'll see that I'm not really driving that slow based on the road conditions. It's like, okay. And this goes to my Jamaicans in particular who may be watching. Because we know roads like this. We got roads like this all day in Jamaica, especially in the country area. These roads that look like they should be one ways. If you're driving on roads like this, going on Junction, heading to Portland, would you really be taking these corners at 50, 60 miles an hour? Nah, you'll be driving slower than I'm driving right now. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me.
2 right small cut and 3 right cut.
Easy. Easy now. Easy now. Controls are very responsive, though. Brakes, really responsive.
3 left long tightens. Keep right over 80. Crest. And flat left. 150. 6 left. 50.
These rally games, these tracks are so long, though. I mean, I'm not complaining because it is what it is, and I knew what I was getting myself into. But you're playing some games like Need for Speed and whatnot, and this will be like the length of 3 or 4 tracks, 3 or 4 freaking events. Damn. And I also changed my VR head strap. I don't know if anybody noticed. I was using this DIY thing before, a combination of the original Quest head strap with a cushion. It may have looked sloppy, but after being in this headset for 45 minutes or however long I've been in this, it gets kind of uncomfortable, you know? And maybe that's because I ain't got no hair. You know, I once remembered somebody saying to me, actually, it was one of my friends from that same group I was talking about from TOK. He said to me, he actually thought I was, you know, like bald, like like it wasn't a choice, like I couldn't grow hair. Actually, I actually shave every morning, guys. I shave every morning. I can grow hair. I just made a choice when I was in my 20s not to. Sometimes I wonder how guys with locks do it. Like in Jamaica, it is so fucking hot. Maybe that's why some of us are so angry. Maybe that's why many of the Rastas and the guys with dreadlocks that I know are so fucking angry because, well, in Jamaica, I mean, Jesus, to be in a country like Jamaica, especially during times like these in the summer, to have all that hair on your head, my God, you have to be one irate motherfucker. Based on the heat alone, let's not talk about the economic climate. Shit. Yeah, I gotta shave my hair because it's way too hot for that shit.
Two right tightens. Into 6 left. Into 5 right small cut. Into 5 left tightens.
Bro, this is one really long fucking track. I shit you not. I like it, but this is really long.
Right long, narrow, 30.
This is long as fuck.
4 left. Opens 6, extra long, 30.
This is really freaking long.
Right of a crest, keep left of a 30.
That's what she said.
4 right small cut.
This is going on for a while. Easy now. Nice responsive controls. I'm beginning to wonder if this is actually a simulation and not an arcade style game. And it's just because I suck at it why I think it's a simulation game. But the controls are so responsive, it's like I wouldn't expect it to be even this responsive in real life. Like, especially on these wet roads. But maybe I just got good tires, who knows?
6 right, 150. 6 right, 30. Don't cut. 3 left tightens.
There's this red bar, a progress bar on my left, if you guys can see it. I don't know what you can and cannot see. But it shows how much further I have left to go. And this feels like I've been driving from Kingston to fucking Ocho Rios. Not using the highway, by the way. Using the back roads, the scenic route.
30. 3 right long.
Holy shit, that says 15 minutes. I've been driving for 15 fucking minutes in a game. Whoa. I mean, I know you're playing games like Gran Turismo and some of those circuit races, you can be lapping for like an hour. But yeah, this is pretty lengthy.
Right. Extra long. Opens into 6 left.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that I'm doing a whole lot better than I was doing in my first event.
Opens
I am doing better. Not crashing as much. I'm not going to say crashing at all because you know how it is. Murphy's Law. You say you're not crashing as much, and boom, you crash. But I'm doing my best, and my best seems to be good enough for now.
6 left, into 5 right. Extra long, tightens 100.
You know, what I was saying about talking during games, I guess it would be okay to be not talking while playing a game if you're really good at it. Then that'll entertain the crowd. Like you're playing Call of Duty and you're not dying and you're getting headshot after headshot, kill streak after kill streak. You're racing in games like these and you're not crashing and you're moving really fast and you're coming in first place. Yeah, that'd be entertaining and the viewers wouldn't really be interested in what you have to say. They'd be more interested in what you're doing. But yeah, I'm not one of the juggernauts, you know? Not one of the titans of driving games, or games for that matter. So I make up for it with chatter, with my personality, which isn't that great, but hey, it's the only personality I got, right? I'm a whole lot more talkative on stream than I am in real life, actually. This track is never going to end. It's just never going to end. Do I need to?
Right. Into 5 left long.
It just looks like that bar stopped moving after a while, though. Don't get frustrated, Wayne. Do not get frustrated.
50. 6 left. Caution 30. 3 right tightens. Open 6 long. 30. Two left long tightens. Into 3 right. Tightens over finish.
Go. Don't start fucking up now, okay? Don't do that, okay, Wayne? Don't do that. You've come a long way, okay? And I think he said finish. So, I mean, yeah. Stop by Marshall. I will if I see this Marshall. Does this Marshall actually exist? Yeah. I could use a lunch break after this. All right. For those who may be just joining the stream, thank you. 17 minutes. Dirt Rally 2.0 PCVR version. Whoa, that was one hell of a race. But hey, a race nonetheless. I'm going to call it for today. But yeah, I had a good time with this one, guys, and it's a part of my Steam Summer Sale buys. I grabbed this one on the Steam Summer Sale, and yeah, I'll be playing a couple more games that I grabbed in the Summer Sale as well, including Star Wars Rogue Squadron once my flight stick gets here. But yeah, I'm going to call it for now. Quit to main menu. I'll pick up again at some other time. Maybe on stream, maybe off stream. But that's it for today for Dirt Rally 2.0. Good job, Code Masters. Brilliant job. Yeah, got me back into the world of rally racing. Dirt Rally 2.0 by developer and publisher Code Masters. This is an old one. February 26, 2019 was when it was actually released. But like I said, it's from the Steam Summer Sale. All the games that I pick up on the Steam Summer Sale, I'm gonna see about streaming each of them. Find it quite interesting. Like I always say, Steam is the best, and I'm always interested in the sales. Sometimes I grab some really good stuff on it, and I'm gonna share it with you guys here. And this was the first on the chopping block, Dirt Rally 2.0 VR. Everything is better in VR. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Check out the Lab Video Game TV episode 5 out now on Flow 1 for my Caribbean family, 25 countries across the Caribbean, with episode 6 in close proximity. Thank you for those freestyle submissions. Keep them coming. Send your game clips to contact@thelabvideogametv.com. You can check out the website at thelabvideogametv.com. Keep up with what's going on in the movement. Download the Flow Sports app so you can watch us on Flow on the go. It is available on Android and iOS, so you don't ever have to miss a beat. Watch us on television, watch us on your tablet, watch us on your phone, keep us in your pocket, keep the Lab Video Game TV close. Be on the lookout for the July update video, and you'll know a bunch of stuff that's going to be coming up and going down for the month of July 2023. Again, today I streamed Dirt Rally 2.0, the VR version, PCVR version. It's also available on PS4, and the flat version is also on the Xbox One. A really old one, but it's like they say, it's old, but it ain't cold. Good stuff. I really enjoyed this one, had a good time with it. I may revisit it on stream perhaps, who knows, but have I ever played a driving game on stream before? Yes, I have, but it was like a combat driving game. What was the name of that one? Gear Shifters. Yeah, I did Gear Shifters, but this is an actual racing game, and I had a good time with it. I will pick up old games every now and again. Like I told you, I'm going to be going back into my PSVR 1 backlog. I did Sniper Elite VR, and I got a whole lot more coming up. I've got the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, Onslaught, Hitman 3, Fract. So many PSVR 1 games in the backlog on the back burner, but I'm going to get to them all. Thank you again, guys, for sticking with me for one more round of Select Live here on the Lab Video Game TV Live. I am the Sage, and our game is never over.
At Superior Interior Yacht Cleaners, we offer a comprehensive yacht interior cleaning service to help keep your vessel looking and feeling its finest. Superior Interior Yacht Cleaners, located in Nassau, Bahamas. Contact us at 242-431-3233 or 242-437-4212. Our reputation is spotless.
Enemy has breached our hull. Plasma pistols enabled.
Are you looking for that perfect piece of art for your office or home? Contact us at razziartgallery@gmail.com. Razzie Art, extraordinary, not ordinary.
June is sizzling as expected. Here's what went down so far and what remains for the month. Check out episode 5 of the Lab Video Game TV on Flow 1. We've got reviews, experiments, and giveaways. Thanks to all you amazing gamers from all over who submitted your game clips for freestyle, showing off your epic skills. Keep them coming. Send your clips, video files, not links, to contact@thelabvideogametv.com. And be on the lookout in future episodes for your personal highlights with our stamp of approval. Download the official Flow Sports app to watch us on Flow on the go. So far for June, the Sage reviewed Crimen Mercenary Tales by our friends over at Carbon Studio. Amadi experimented with Dino Mercs by our indie family, Bonus Stage Publishing. I checked out Road 96 Mile Zero by Devs DigixArt and publisher Ravenscourt. The Sage streamed Paranormal Hunter VR by EALO Games, Superfuse by Raw Fury and Stitchheads Games, and Redemption Reapers by AdGlobe and Binary Haze Interactive. While Amadi streamed X Zodiac by Ben Hickling and Pixel Jam Games. The Sage also hosted episode 7 of the Lab Video Game TV Live on Trovo Live. To close the month out, look out for experiments on 2 interactive visual novels, WTC Relentless Protagonist by Priority Interactive Novels and End of Lines by Novabox. And reviews of Afterlife VR by Splitlight Studio, Mindset by Carbon Studio, and a preview of the Tomb Explorer demo by Celeritas Games. A quick bit of news before I go. Our buds over at Bonus Stage Publishing had 3 demos at Steam's Next Fest: Graviators, Billy Bum Bum, and The Rifleman. All 3 of these games will be released in September, and you know which Caribbean video game journalism outlet will be all over them, right? Thanks to Bonus Stage Publishing and all the indie, AA, and AAA publishers and developers from all over the globe who continue to share their games with us. I'm Mila with the June update, and guess what? July promises to be even hotter, because here at the Lab Video Game TV, our game is never over.
This episode of the Lab Video Game TV Live was brought to you by Superior Interior Yacht Cleaners, Bahamas' finest. This episode of the Lab Video Game TV Live was brought to you by Animos Studios, the developers of Mutated Virus and Bionic Hunter, available now for MetaQuest and PCVR.
This episode of the Lab Video Game TV Live was brought to you by Raziart. Extraordinary, not ordinary.